Today we have a tag video for you, a short, simple video. This is called the Second Tome Around book tag, and I was originally tagged back in April, May, one of those months. Moving on from him as he's now crunching away. We were tagged way back then by Kevin Toll Reads. Thank you very much, and we're finally getting to the second tome around. And the way I interpreted it was mostly like, giving books a second chance in life, more than just like giving it a second chance. I think that's, I mean, the questions seem framed that way, so hopefully that was my thought process, which did make some of these hard, as I don't have a whole lot of those. Yeah, we'll move on. A book that you bought purely for its cover. And see, the first thing that popped to my mind, I was like, wait, I can't use that because I bought that new. But this one is a used book that I did buy purely for its cover. Or, well, no. And nostalgia reasons, it could be too, but mostly the cover, because I could have just gotten another version of it for a nostalgia reason. Because while it does have a great epic fantasy cover, this was the cover at the time when I first picked it up. And so this is the cover I wanted. And you might be like, well, why does this have to be this cover? You could get this cover in the store, but you can't because it has this stupid sticker on it nowadays. And so I can't really complete my set in this format with these covers from when I first picked them up. And so this is the important one to me. But oh, this is The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. So yeah, we're working from that. We will eventually maybe own the whole set, who can say? But I was super excited to find this one and not destroyed. That was also very important. The Show Us an Unexpected Find was question 2. Now this one required a lot of thought. Because I was like, I have no idea. So instead we'll tell maybe an embarrassing story more than quite an unexpected find. Well, I mean, it is. It was for me. So like 15 years ago, when I first, moved out on my own kind of, and had adult money and found out that you could buy books online, like used books from people online. You could buy books on eBay, and I was flabbergasted, to say the least. And I had just started reading, I think, the Stephanie Plum series by Jenna Ivanovich, and I was really enjoying it. And my husband had just built me my first bookshelf. So I was like, oh my God, I could buy books on eBay. And they aren't the Stephanie Plum series, but I got a box of 32 books, I think, all Jenna Ivanovich. And this is the whole full series, I think is what it's called. Well, almost. Apparently it's 7 books, and this is only 6 of them. I haven't finished this one. I did unhaul the Stephanie Plum series because it keeps going, and I didn't know if I wanted to keep buying, especially this size, to match the other ones. And I had through 19, I think that sounds right. But I still have all of these because I haven't finished them. I actually don't know if I will ever finish these. I've only read the first 3, and they're okay, but they are a little dated, and I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my unexpected find, was getting almost a whole series in my first ever book purchase on eBay. I think I only used eBay to buy books like twice, 3 times, I'm not sure. Because I don't have a lot of used bookstores around us, not at all. You have a book you enjoy, you bought new, but then you find a used book that has a better cover. Do you get rid of the original? Do you get the second one? Or do you keep both? I haven't actually had this happen, so that's an interesting proposition. With things like Penguin, like I just said, where I sell books, a lot of other booktubers and influencers sell books as well. Then you have things like the special editions, like the Fairy Loots, the Owl Crates, the Luma Crates, and the ones that aren't $300, because those are ridiculous, could get very pretty copies of something like that, where you might just have the normal cover, but there's a pretty copy on there. Like, now that I have thought of that, I actually have one in mind that, like, if I see it, like, maybe, only because I passed up on the opportunity when it would have been new. Question 4 is there a book or series that you have challenged yourself to collect purely from used bookshops or charity shops? As I said, I don't really have a lot of used bookstores around me, like at all. My town specifically has nothing. I think the one closest to me has like one, and one that's just opened within the past year that's kind of like a mobile bookshop though. I mean, this one though would be my probably answer as I try to find possibly these without the perma sticker or the hard copies in good condition, because getting the hard copies used with the intact dust covers would be so much cheaper than buying them all new. And then I could still have my collection of my favorite series. 5 would be show us books that you have primarily bought for nostalgia reasons. And that would be the Hunger Games series. Well, okay, partially nostalgia to have them, and also for my son to be able to read them. Now, I did buy one of these new, and I couldn't tell you which one it is anymore. Possibly the first one. But looking at all of them and how they were after they came out of his backpack, even though he has a cloth book sleeve to put them in his backpack to try to protect the books more, yeah, still couldn't tell you anymore which one exactly it was that we bought new and which ones I got from the used. Question 6 is if you find a book used or you buy the book used and it's got a bunch of scribbles on the inside, would you be upset? And if y'all know me and have seen my pet peeves and stuff, I would be so mad. Like, I would be so mad, especially if I didn't know until I got the book. Oh my gosh, I would be beside myself. If I saw it somewhere and like at the store, I would just be upset of how's somebody gonna do this? I don't think a lot of the used stores will put things like that out for sale. I think you're not supposed to try to sell them, or I guess donating them is different, but if you've annotated them, yeah. It would be a really jerk thing though if somebody like actually went to the store and wrote in it, but hopefully nobody will do that and be that bad. But I'd be so mad if it was if I got it. Or dog-eared pages. Oh my god, I can't do dog-eared pages and stuff like that either. Why are you damaging your books? When you enjoy a used book, do you keep it, exchange it for a nice pristine new version, or give it back to the charity shop / used bookstore? I'm gonna say it depends on how bad the copy is. I wanted to show my copy of Red Rising because I thought that was the one, but then when I went back and finally found the copy, like a video clip of my copy, the Red Rising didn't look so bad, so I was like, okay, it must have been Golden Sun. And it was the back of Golden Sun, which doesn't really get shown in the video so much, but I resold both of my Red Rising and Golden Sun copies, intending to just get newer ones of like the whole set, but I haven't yet. And oh my gosh, those new copies that are coming out are so pretty. Maybe by the time Red God comes out, I will get the whole set and finish the second quartet as well. But one that is kind of funny, and this is the one that I said if I could find a used copy with a better cover, I might consider it. Because The Martian by Andy Weir, I got this and Project Hail Mary used. And I'm very sad that it's like torn up like that. It is, but the copy itself was fine. Oh, hey, look, I still have a note in here. See, it's not that hard to not write in books. Sticky notes are a thing, which yes, I know after leaving it in here for so long, it might leave a residue on the page that might also be bad. But if I could find a used copy of the Broken Bindings editions of The Martian and Project Hail Mary, because I was already subscribed. That was going to be the first that their sci-fi subscription did, right? And I was subscribed and I was ready for it. And then they announced it and I was like, I love those books, but I do actually already have copies and the paperbacks are fine. These are very pretty, but it's like I probably shouldn't spend the money. I should just save the money. And especially with Artemis being a shorter story, I was like, let's not spend the money. But they're so pretty. They're so pretty. So if I find them used for not too much money, then I might consider getting those. Possibly still keeping this one because like I said, with the sticky residue, I would feel bad giving it to somebody else. That is all I have for the second tome around book tag. Thank you again to Kevin Toll Reads for tagging me. You guys should check out his channel. He does a lot of the tag videos and they're always very fun. And I would love to see your answers to some of these questions, either down in the comments below, on your own channel, on other social platforms, wherever you would like to do this. And I have an additional one. Do you guys have a lot of used bookstores around you, variety and options to buy things? Because like I said, mine does not have very many around me and it's kind of sad. I would like to support more, I almost wanted to say used businesses. We're gonna go now. I hope you're having a great day, finding something good to read, staying warm if it is getting as cold where you are as it is where I am. And I will see you in the next one.